Building autonomous AI agents right now is incredibly exciting. But let's be honest, if you are relying solely on closed-source proprietary APIs to run complex multi-step loops, your cloud bill is probably giving you heart palpitations. Every time an agent thinks, reflects, calls a tool, and retries, the token counter spins. But here's the good news. 2026 is officially the year of open-source agentic dominance. Open-weight models aren't just catching up. Because of mixture of experts or MOE architectures, they are outperforming proprietary models in raw speed, tool calling, and long context reasoning at a fraction of the cost. In this video, we are breaking down the 8 essential open-source AI models you should be targeting for your agentic development stack. Let's dive in.
Number 1. DeepSeek, the code and mixture of experts champion. First up is DeepSeek, specifically their flagship DeepSeek V4 Pro. This model is an absolute monster for agentic coding and complex mathematical workflows. Built on a massive mixture of experts architecture, it activates just a fraction of its parameters per token, making self-hosted inference incredibly cost-effective. For agents, its greatest superpower is tool calling reliability. It doesn't trip over malformed JSON payloads or break character during long horizon planning. If you're building a software engineering agent that needs to interact with real terminal environments, this is a top-tier starting point.
Number 2. Kimi, the long context king. Next, we have Moonshot AI's Kimi, with the Kimi K2.7 code model lighting up developer circles. If your agent needs to hold an entire repository or a massive database schema in its head, Kimi is built for it. On the grueling SWE Bench Pro benchmark, it has absolute bragging rights, actively outperforming several frontier closed-source models. It has native thinking mode enabled by default, meaning it maps out its logic paths before it starts writing code or executing tools. It is brilliant for multi-file editing workflows.
Number 3. GLM, the cost-efficient workhorse. At number 3, we have a GLM from Z.AI, ZPU, specifically the GLM 5.2 series. GLM is what I like to call the production workhorse. If you look at agent orchestrators, developers are actively replacing expensive frontier models with GLM for data analysis dashboards and getting identical outputs for a massive reduction in token cost. It gives you a massive 1 million token context window and is specifically optimized from the ground up for web browsing tasks, HTML parsing, and tool usage.
Number 4. MiniMax, the bulk data specialist. Wrapping up our first half is MiniMax with the MiniMax M3 open-weight model. While many models focus heavily on pure text-based coding, MiniMax stands out as a native multimodal foundation model supporting text, image, and video inputs. If your agentic workflow requires parsing visual UI layouts, analyzing video feeds, or running long-horizon text generation simultaneously, MiniMax handles these complex pipelines smoothly with its 1 million token context window.
Number 5. Nemotron, the enterprise orchestrator.
Moving to number 5, NVIDIA's Nemotron, highlighting the Nemotron 3 Ultra. NVIDIA did something incredibly clever here. They built this on a hybrid transformer Mamba mixture of experts architecture. Mamba-based layers allow the model to process massive context lengths much more efficiently than standard transformers. Nemotron 3 Ultra is purpose-built as an orchestration model. If you're building a complex multi-agent system where a manager agent needs to route tasks to dozens of smaller sub-agents, Nemotron's instruction-following depth is world-class.
Number 6. Gemma, the local multimodal powerhouse. Number 6 is Google's open weights champion, Gemma. Specifically, the Gemma 431B QAT version is a game-changer for local developer environments. Thanks to quantization-aware training, you can comfortably run this highly capable 31B model right on a consumer GPU, like a single RTX 3090 or 4090. Because it's natively multimodal, a local Gemma agent can look at app screenshots, read documentation diagrams, and debug your front-end layout without ever sending data to an external cloud server.
Number 7. Llama, the community foundation. You cannot talk about open source without mentioning Meta's Llama, and the Llama 4 series continues to anchor the entire developer ecosystem. Models like Llama 4 Scout are the gold standard if you plan on doing custom fine-tuning. Virtually every open source agent framework, from LangChain to Crew AI, builds their default tool calling wrappers around Llama's architecture first. It provides incredibly reliable function calling and native multimodal capabilities backed by the largest community support on the planet. Number 8. Mistral, the sovereign and compliant flagship. Finally, number 8, Europe's pride, Mistral AI, with Mistral Large 3 and their agent-specific DevStral 2 model. If you are building enterprise agents that operate within strict regulatory frameworks like the EU AI Act, Mistral is your safest bet. DevStral 2 is fully open under an Apache 2.0 license and is engineered strictly for repository-level software engineering tasks. It provides dense, high-performance execution without the hardware overhead of massive mixture of experts clusters, making it the cleanest first test for code-native agents.
So what's the takeaway? If you want absolute maximum performance on complex coding loops, spin up Kimi, SmolLM, Phi, StarCoder, CrystalCoder, SeedCoder, OpenCoder, or DeepSeek. If you want to keep everything private and running on your local rig, go with Gemma 4, StepFun, LFM, RNJ, Apriel, or Mellum. And for rigid enterprise applications, look at Mistral, Falcon, MiMo, OLMo, Ornith, Granite, or GLM. Open source isn't just an alternative anymore. It is the default architecture for production-grade AI agents. Which one of these are you building with first? Let me know down in the comments. Grab the links to the model weights in the description below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into agentic development. Happy building, and I'll see you in the next one.